What you see now is a pre-release version. The final product may differ in content. Hello and welcome to the ArmA Bootcamp tutorial, where you can get to grips with the key weapons at the heart of infantry combat in ArmA II Operation Arrowhead. Let's jump straight into the gear interface, where we can check out the inventory screen for weapons, ammo and special items. As you can see, we're pretty light on equipment, so unless we intend to shoot the enemy with our compass, it's time to load up. Approach an ammo box to interact with it, and open our gear menu, where we can now see a few more items at our disposal. To the left of an item is the number of pieces of equipment available. To the right, the number of items we're currently carrying. To equip, use the right hand arrow on the requisite item, or double click on it. Drop an item by using the left hand arrow, which will return the weapon to the crate. But as we've kept our powder dry for too long already, let's re-equip and go. In front of us, we can see some targets on the range, our weapon, and some data in the top right hand corner. Here we have the weapon name, the M9, and two numbers. 15 is the number of rounds in the clip, 7 is the number of clips in our equipment. Aim with the crosshair to fire the rounds into the targets. This method and weapon is appropriate for short range combat. Now we've handled the basics, let's move on to something with a bit more bite. The MK16 CQC Halo, also known as the SCAR. Pick up the firearm. Here we get a feel of different fire modes. To switch between modes, the default binding is the F key. The full auto mode fires bullets while the trigger is pulled until the clip is empty. I'd recommend short, more controlled bursts to improve grouping and conserve ammunition. Aim at the targets downrange using the crosshair, take aim, fire. Reload your weapon when behind cover. Never be caught out by an empty clip. Over longer distances, the iron sights or optics are more accurate and appropriate. Raise your optics with the right hand mouse button. Zoom in by pressing and holding this button. By default, toggle the zoom with the plus and minus keyboard keys. Controlled fire over long distances will minimize the effective weapon recoil and provide the best results. Take shots carefully and be aware of tunnel vision while aiming down the optic. Moving on, we're ready for some more heavy duty weaponry. The M249 SAW light machine gun. This weapon offers a balance between the portability and accuracy of an assault rifle and the rate of fire of an automatic weapon, making it the ideal squad support weapon, and a good example of the importance of firing postures. By default, hit the X key to crouch. This provides a steadier aim for weapons with added recoil. Aim down the sights, open fire on the targets. Yep. Over increased distances, going prone is the only sensible choice. It provides a stable firing position and lowers your profile in open combat, both of which improve your chances of staying in one piece. For those that prefer a more delicate touch, we'll check out the M24 bolt-action sniper rifle. Although effective up to 800 meters, ArmA II Operation Arrowhead accurately models ballistic systems. Distance to target is a factor. Use the range and controls to properly zero the weapon. The plus and minus keys to incrementally change the range. Line up the crosshairs over the target and fire. Increment the range as you engage targets at greater distances and fire. For added accuracy, hold your breath while taking a shot and fire. Moving targets can present a significant challenge to snipers. You must factor in both distance and momentum. Track the vector of the target, aim into the target's path, and fire. Always remember, enemies on the battlefield are likely to be much less predictable in their movement. And never forget, enemies on the battlefield will fire back. In the right circumstances, fragmentation grenades can be a powerful weapon to repel groups of embedded enemies. Using grenades is akin to switching weapon fire modes. The default key is F. Use the white disc to aim, and throw with the fire key. Moving on to some serious stopping power, the heavy weapons range will demonstrate the features of the larger infantry weapon systems. Pick up this recoilless anti-tank weapon and use the optics to aim down the range. This weapon requires manual aim. The numbers display the distance to the target. Use this data to aim accurately. And fire. The Javelin is a more advanced, self-guided anti-tank missile launcher. This weapon's interface provides both visual and oral feedback. The slower, intermittent beeping signifies the weapon seeking to lock on a target. The higher-pitched, high-tempo beeping signifies a lock on the target. Skipping now to the final weapon in this tutorial, the M32 grenade launcher. We can see the devastating power of this firearm engaging large groups of soft targets at longer ranges. Use the aiming reticule to properly range your targets and unleash the power of the weapon's high rate of fire and damage. Well, that just about completes this tutorial walkthrough. I hope you'll find it useful and enjoy using the range of weapons and tactics at the disposal of infantry units in ArmA II, Operation Arrowhead.